A playthrough of a certain dude's VRMMO Life Episode 8, the game developers are talking about a character is advancing quickly thanks to Earth. The woman says a character is bored. The man replies, then let her out. We hopefully will learn what the conversation means. At the new dungeon, Earth teams up with Spy, Millie, and 2 others. Millie is the only healer for now. She tells Earth another healer will be joining them. They are a new player. They tell Earth this new player is rude. They were the only healer available today. Spy appreciates Earth for understanding. The new player arrives and she is so full of herself. Everyone is waiting around to go inside the dungeon. She thinks they are all there to greet her and they haven't been waiting to go inside the dungeon. Her name is Eliza. Eliza says Earth looks like a wimp. He does not look strong in her defense, but she truly is rude for questioning the party that asked her to join. Like, she can leave. Earth says inside the dungeon she can see if he is useful or not. Inside the dungeon, Earth opens a door. The group is so glad Earth is here. Earth can safely open things, disarm traps, and will help them not be killed. Eliza comments he really can disarm traps. The group is on the 5th floor. They are halfway done. Zwei says they should take a break. Eliza says they do not have time for a break since this dungeon only has a 1-hour time limit. Eliza is rude, but is intelligent. Viji says they will need to be careful moving to the other floors. Eliza has never made it into this dungeon on this 5th floor. I mean, she's also new, so she's probably never been in this dungeon at all. Eliza questions if monsters on this 5th level are even strong. Earth says yes. The monsters, you cannot attack them physically. They use a ton of status effects to make you stop moving. I thought this dungeon was randomized? Why are the monsters not randomized then? I'm so confused now. Millie says she can heal freeze and paralysis effects. Eliza can do petrification. They should be able to win against the lesser leech, who are the monsters on the 5th level. Earth gets a random message, and it is actually a skill he has on monsters are approaching them. Who knows if we will actually learn why Earth gets messages of monsters approaching and how he got that. Earth says there are no traps on this floor. This is good news. It means the group can fight without worry. They prepare to fight. Eliza is not ready. She is scared. This definitely is her first time in general fighting in the game. The group attack. The attacks do nothing. They will have to attack more with stronger spells. Viji is the defense shield player. He has enemies attack him and only him, so those in his party can focus on attack. So Zwei attacks with a sword, a physical attack that does damage. How is this possible when the lesser leech cannot be harmed by physical attacks? Did the anime forget that part of the plot? Viji gets injured and can no longer use his shield. He cannot move. They tell Eliza to heal Viji. She is the only one who knows how. Zwei tells Eliza she needs to heal him or they will all lose. Eliza is too scared to speak or move. Again, how does a physical attack work? Millie and Zai are around Viji trying to protect him. Earth throws bomb potions at the lesser leech. He tells Elijah to heal Viji. There is so much pressure for her to heal him that each individual character telling her to heal him just creates more pressure. Eliza does though heal Viji, and with him being healed, they win the fight. Everyone is exhausted. Eliza asks Earth why he didn't use his potion bombs earlier. He tells her he can only carry a limited supply. Eliza tries to complain when Zwei tells her to stop complaining. Millie tells both of them to stop fighting each other in the dungeon. Eliza says sorry to Earth. Earth says it is okay. It is time to keep moving on. We don't know how much farther they made it because we seen change to outside the dungeon. Zwei is happy Earth joins them. They will team up again in the future. We've seen change, and the game has released new weapons, a Japanese bow and otachi. A character in town approaches Earth. She says she is the Fairy Queen's little sister. She is here to kiss Earth. Earth tells her she is as bad as the Fairy Queen. She's here to be with Earth for his cooking instead. Earth says he is going to the armory, so he cannot cook for her now. The little sister follows Earth to the armory, and then he can cook for her when he is done. She comments she doesn't get to go outside. So the little sister was who the game developers were talking about being bored. The little sister is happy to be tagging along with Earth. Earth is here at the armory to get his cloak repaired. Earth is told the cloak cloak cannot be repaired. Well, it could, but it would be easier to buy a new one. Earth wants new armor crafted. He has fur and silver she can use. She is going to make leather armor for Earth, and when it is done, she will let him know. The little sister points out since he is done, he can cook food for her. He prepares a steak for her to eat. The steak looks good. Once she eats it, she also says it tastes delicious. She eats 3 steaks. Earth asks, since she is the little sister of the fairy queen, is she a fairy? She says she cannot tell him. With no information given, Earth says he will call her Ryu. Ryu tells Earth she plans on spending a lot of time with him. Another announcement is made. This game constantly has new announcements. This one is about a previously hidden aspect of the game's design. Skills evolve by leveling them. There's one condition that needs to be met to learn the most powerful ones. You have to specialize in a single playstyle. To use the most powerful physical skills, you only need to learn physical attacks. To use the most powerful magic skills, you only need to learn magical skills. This concept also applies to crafting. The game gave them 1 month to relocate their skills. Black says if Earth doesn't do that, he might have trouble with future fights. Earth says he doesn't want to change his stats. Black is happy to hear Earth will not be leaving him. He already had a few players leave him. We scene change to Earth getting his leather armor. When Earth wears this, his defense goes up. He gets a bonus in durability and psych. Earth leaves the armor shop. As he walks, the fairy queen, along with others, put a barrier around them so they can have a serious conversation. The fairy queen tells Earth he will never be able to make a contract with a fairy. The fairy playa cannot have a fairy. The fairy queen wanted Earth to make a contract with one of the 6 great fairies. But other fairies found out, and 80% of the population of fairies said they wanted to be the one to make a contract with Earth. He is so popular that he cannot have a fairy or it will cause fights between fairies. Earth, when hearing this, is not upset. He understands. Since Earth is not upset, the fairy queen gives him 2 powers. The first is landing 7 consecutive shots with a bow in 30 seconds. The second is firing a powerful arrow with a lot of HP and MP being used. Though. The second power is only for emergencies. We end episode 8 with an announcement that players will be able to go to the fairy kingdom soon. This is exciting news. The fairy kingdom should be pretty, and Earth will be having so many fairies follow him. Earth is going to be extremely popular, and I wonder if the fairies will start calling him king. Before the fairies leave and this episode officially ends, Earth gives them food he cooked that they can take back to the fairy kingdom. And I am so looking forward to going to the fairy kingdom. I'm sure it's going to be such a funny episode. I'm sure there'll be a fight that happens, and I just feel like it's going to be so good to watch. What is also good to watch are other videos I've made. Go check them out. And if you like my videos, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel as well. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.